everybody. I hope you're doing really, really good. It is an honor and privilege to introduce you to one of my friends. You see his name above, you see his profile in the comment section. Please connect with him. You are going to learn a lot from him. He is a wealth of knowledge, he has the experience, and he is here to educate my network. So please welcome Bruce George to the show. Good morning, Bruce. How are you?
Greetings, Rachel Beck. I'm blessed, and thanks for having me. And first and foremost, I would like to thank the good Lord for blessing me to be here before you. I would like to thank you for having me on your show. I would like to thank Leah Henderson, who's my partner in crime for life, for introducing me to you. She's the linchpin. And I want to thank all of your listeners and watchers live and archive for being a part of this show.
You are most welcome, sir, and thank you for coming on. It's funny because I tagged Leah too today because I wanted to honor her. And I always tell, you always honor the person who makes the introduction. And it's so funny you just did that because I've already tagged her below, dropped her profile in there, and want my network to connect with her as well. Bruce, what is your background? Can you please tell me a little bit about your background, sir?
Sure. I'm a lover of God and I'm a child of God. My work is my ministry. I'm a social activist. I was born in Harlem, raised in the Bronx. I lived in Brooklyn for over 15 years. I'm a New Yorker to the umpteenth percentile. And I'm a firm believer that your work is your ministry. I'm right brain and left brain, but I'm classic right brain. And I specialize in psychology, philosophy, classic literature, neurolinguistic programming, metaphysics, body language, the law of attraction. I specialize in power. I'm a wordsmith, word engineer, and a master code alchemist. So I'm quoted around the world every nanosecond of every single day. Thousands of my own quotes, and the closer to have the memory of others is like Guinness Book of Records. But there's no such thing as extraordinary people. There's ordinary people that do things extraordinary well by God's grace. And so it's an honor to be on this show. And I'm excited to unpack some great things.
Thank you. And what is your background? You've
My background is I'm an executive producer. I'm one of the I have four legacies under my belt. One you and your audience might be familiar with. I was the one that actually created that poetry jam on HBO with Russell Simmons. And so we wound up getting a Peabody Award for 6 seasons of HBO and a Tony Award for the Broadway version. And I was the talent executive at HBO and executive consultant to the Broadway show, the rest is history. So I'm one of the co-founders of that. And then I have other legacies. I'm the founder of the Bandana Republic, which is a literary anthology by gang members and their affiliates. Poetry, prose, short stories, and quotes and interviews from gang members, gang leaders, and other affiliated. Never been done before. So we made history. It's the one and only gang anthology that has all gangs in one anthology. And so, yeah, and so then my Genius is Coming movement. I'm the founder of the Genius is Coming movement. And that's my baby right there. I'm excited about that. And we're the first movement to decolonize the word genius ever since its etymology. So I'm looking forward to unpacking.
And Bruce, for the people inside my network, because you do have a massive, massive resume, you've accomplished so much, and congratulations on
Thank
everything.
you. It's a
For the
pleasure.
people in my network who are wanting to get into the business, right? Whether it's film, TV, media, what are like a couple steps that you recommend? I always ask people, the experts, what are the do's and what would you say are the do nots?
Okay, in terms of breaking into an industry, one thing that I say to a lot of people is you must be spirit led and not money led.
Mhm.
A lot of people, Rachel, will get into fields out of a sense of desperation, out of a sense of money
Mhm.
or a need, right? And so, yeah, so you'll get into a field and you might make a whole lot of money, but you'll be miserable doing it, right? So I'm a very spiritual person, and I'm a believer. So I'm taught to follow my spirit, right? I'm spirit led. The Bible God says, lean not towards your own understanding, acknowledge him in all your ways. Ah, so the first thing that I would say to people is to be still and find out exactly what is your calling, right? Because if you don't know what your calling is, If you're just making moves just for the sake of making, just for so-called, quote unquote survival, then, you're not going to be satisfied and you're not going to be happy in the field that you're in. That's number one. So once you find out what your calling is, then it's imperative upon you to do the best you can, study as much as you can in that field, learn as much as you can in that field. You are actually charged with doing that because of the fact that that's your calling. Now you are responsible for learning that field and learning it very thoroughly. You know, Emerson said it best: if you can write a better book than your neighbor, or preach a better sermon than your neighbor, or build a better mousetrap than your neighbor, the world will make a beating path to your door. And I tell people, stop chasing open, let open chase you. If you do things well enough, people will come to you. They'll break their neck to use your service or to utilize your service. So that's my advice. As far as as far as the don'ts go, I would say, when you get into any field, make sure that you learn it very, very well. Learn who's involved. Learn the trailblazers, right? Do not study. Do not learn the field that you're in, right? Don't dip your toe in it. You have to bring 100% of yourself to the left, right? You can't just be halfway in something, you know. And another don't is just don't rely upon your own knowledge, and just be open to learning and learning from other people, right? And another don't is don't have the mentality of it's a competition,
Mm.
you know, because that's basically rooted in a lack, vibrationally. Because you already know that energy is everything. The polar test